Good evening. It's been a while. So I wanted to give you guys a channel update. I've been doing a lot of thinking. Beautiful day here in Southern California, as you can see. 75 degrees. People are out and about responsibly. We're all socially distanced and wearing a mask when we need to, and trying to enjoy our lives in this really crazy time. I know politically it's weird. The storming of the Capitol is something I thought I would never see. I know in the latest stimulus bill, there's stuff about the government has to disclose what they know about UFOs. It'll be really interesting to see what comes out of that. These are some really strange times. And I've been thinking a lot about the future of this YouTube channel and what I'm doing. And I've come to some conclusions. Now, I came really close to just retiring the channel completely. I'll be completely honest with everybody. I was just gonna maybe make a quick video saying it was retired and go find a real job somewhere else. But I worked so hard to get to this point, it's really hard to walk away. And when it comes down to it, I think I'm just really tired of talking about Bigfoot, talking about Dogman and the paranormal. I still find it interesting, and I still want to do videos on it from time to time, but I'm just really burnt out on the whole paranormal subject, because I think you reach a certain dead end where you've researched a subject as far as you can and there's not a lot of new information. And that's kind of where I'm at. So I've decided to kind of revamp the channel, and I wanted to do things that are important to me. I want to do a bunch of non-paranormal content. I also want to do paranormal content. I still want to do some of our late night wood expeditions. I still want to go to the mountains and do some filming. I still want to, if people send me a Sasquatch case or some interesting photos or evidence, there's some people setting up one of those about 50 yards away, one of those balance beam things, one of those ratcheting, looks like a tow strap they hang between the trees and they balance. So that's the clicking sound you hear here. See over there. Anyway, people out enjoying the day. So I want to do some reviews. I want to do movie reviews. I want to do some car content. I've always loved cars and vehicles. I want to do reviews and explorations on off-road trails, some of the best driving roads in Orange County, San Diego Canyon, San Diego Oaks, Ortega Highway, Angeles Crest Highway, the road to Idlewild. And it occurred to me that I love watching these videos and watching other people go to these places doing a car review, but I never see anybody actually talk about the road itself. Best times to go, what type of car would be best, some off-road adventures, because I have the truck and I realized this fits in well, especially if I'm driving to a twisty mountain road or a remote location for some of the Bigfoot stuff, that I can do a lot more outdoorsy kind of adventure-y stuff, do reviews, and I want to do reviews on everything. I mean, I think it's, interesting to see, hey, what about this kitchen knife? What about this tripod? What about this camera? What about this set of tires? Even if it's a 2 or 3 minute review, what about this movie? What about, like my Shelby Mustang? I've had that for 6 months now, and I've had my Tacoma for a year. What's it like to own for a year? What are some of the little annoying things? What are some of the things that broke? What are some of the things that didn't break? And I think it'd be interesting to make these videos. And quite frankly, the paranormal stuff is heavily suppressed by YouTube, and people just aren't watching it. Now, I know a lot of people are interested in it, but I get people who are unsubscribed all the time, people that don't get notifications. I watch the views go up and then views go down, and the problem is that YouTube as a company, Google classifies Bigfoot, UFO, paranormal stuff as like Alex Jones type stuff, as, the really out there, terrible kind of conspiracy theories. It all gets lumped into that. So I still want to do those videos, and I completely appreciate if you guys want to unsubscribe, but I will do those videos from time to time for the people who want Bigfoot content. I will do Dogman and other paranormal content for people who want to hear that. But I also need to branch out, and I hope you guys want to take this journey with me. Let's do some reviews. Let's go on some adventures. Let's do some non-paranormal type stuff. Like I said, it was kind of when I stopped and thought about it, I had a job interview at a couple different places and they weren't a good fit, so I turned them down. And, you know, if I could make a couple grand a month off of YouTube, way less than I would have at a full-time job, maybe the equivalent of a part-time job, and have fun. I mean, I've already got the cameras, the equipment. I already know how to upload. I already know the nuts and bolts of YouTube. I just want to let you guys know that you see a lot of stuff on my channel that's not necessarily paranormal related or Bigfoot related, that I'm branching out and trying new things, trying to reach a broader audience. Maybe some people will come over because of a review that I do. Maybe some people go for the locations and exploring and drives. You know, we'll mount a GoPro to the front of the car, another one on the interior, and do a nice montage. I also just kind of want to do some driving videos. There's some wicked mountain roads that I drive on that would just be cool to have, you know, maybe a 5-minute video of driving through the curbs with maybe some nice non-copyrighted, you know, instrumental music to it. Just kind of a relaxing drive. And for me, the big push for all this isn't necessarily that I'm bored with the paranormal. It's honestly, it's depressing to hear about missing people all the time for years now, to hear about Bigfoot all the time, being aggressive, harassing people. The stuff that's really intriguing to most people about Bigfoot, the violent encounters, the dangerous encounters, the paranormal aspects of them. And I still find it fascinating, but living and breathing it for going on 3-4 years now, it really takes a toll. And there's so much negativity in this world politically, and with the whole pandemic going on. Yes, I do have my mask, but there's nobody around for 50 yards, so I think I'm fine. And I only wear a mask when I have to. I worked in the medical field. They've limited use, but, you know, I also don't want to stand out. This is California, by the way. So they're kind of strict on this stuff around here. Anyway, so I think part of me just wants to be a little more positive, talk about more fun things, still get serious when we want to, still talk about paranormal stuff. If you guys send me your photos or your footprints or your encounter or something really big, you know, it seems like every few months new footage of Bigfoot comes out. I was on NVTV recently. They took an expert of me describing Dogman. Now, I know a lot of people don't like that channel. I'm pretty indifferent, but they asked to use it and I said go ahead. Also, I'm in a documentary coming out in the next few months. I'll have more details on that. This is going to be a full Amazon Prime real documentary featuring Dogman. And I still want to pursue those things and I still want to be part of that world, but I also want to branch out. And I think, like I said, I wasn't necessarily tired of YouTube. I wasn't necessarily tired of the paranormal. I was just tired of making paranormal videos. After 200-300 videos of Bigfoot and other things, I'm ready to branch out. And like I said, the dark, negative subjects, being immersed in the darkness all the time is kind of rough. So what I want to do is maybe till mid-March or maybe till mid-April, I want to give it a good 45, maybe 60 days of a couple videos a week, doing some reviews, going to some locations, you know, maybe some movie reviews, some car reviews, having some more fun type subjects, giving my input on a few things, just basically do a lot of reviews. Throw a pizza review in there, throw some of my little hidden gem places where I like to drive and explore. I mean, we're in the middle of Tustin, a really busy area, and look at this beautiful park. This is Cedar Grove Park. They have cedars and redwood trees connected to a real park. Gorgeous, especially if we're in the middle of a city. And, you know, talk about these places to go, things to do. And I just want to share a lot more joy, happiness, fun things than necessarily talking about the deep, dark, mysterious things. And I think it's about approaching balance. And yeah, that's pretty much where we're at. And I hope you guys want to share this journey with me. Please let me know in the comments. YouTube and this new thing is a scary place. I'm generally a conservative guy. Politically, I'm kind of more socially liberal, where I think we should have programs and help people, but I'm kind of fiscally conservative. So I think a lot of things that they're doing to people and silencing, and even if you completely dissent or disagree from somebody's opinion, silencing the opposition, I feel is never really the answer. And I think it's kind of a scary world we're living in. So hopefully you guys can follow me and help me navigate this stuff in the future. So you guys stay safe out there, and let me know what you think in the comments. And also give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, make sure you haven't been unsubscribed. Thank you very much.